You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Sunday the 2nd of August, 2026. It is 42 days after the summer solstice. It is 51 days before the autumnal equinox. In today's episode, ducks, mailboxes, the atom bomb, ethics in government, Carol O'Connor, and Isabel Allende. Today's forecast, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers. High near 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 28.3 Celsius. South wind 7 to 15 miles per hour. The sun rises today at 5:53 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:02 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:10 p.m., civil twilight ends at 8:41 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 9:18 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 3 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 84% full at midday. The moon sets today at 9:56 a.m., and then it rises again at 10:03 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:21 a.m., 1 meter 55. In the morning, low tide, 7:26 a.m., 3 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:48 p.m., 1 meter 58. In the evening, low tide, 7:51 p.m., 12 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, duck farms were once an important part of Long Island's identity, but now there is just one duck farm left in Aquabog. Surprisingly, it was only in the 1880s that ducks began to be raised in numbers in our island, with the introduction of the large white Pekin duck. And the industry peaked in 1959, when almost two-thirds of the duck consumed in the United States was raised right here. The fact is, intensive duck farming produced vast amounts of waste that polluted the waterways and estuaries. Increasing environmental regulation and the incursion of residential development doomed the duck farms. But we miss the iconic Long Island duck, just as we miss Long Island potatoes. Commemorations. On this day in 1858, the postmaster of Boston, Nahum Capon, installed the first secure mailboxes at 33 busy street corners in the city. They had been designed by the iron manufacturer Albert Potts the year before. They were designed to be attached to the special lampposts he had also designed, but municipalities passed on buying his poles, opting to buy only the letterboxes. Still, it was the beginning of posting letters in mailboxes rather than traipsing to the post office. On this day in 1939, Albert Einstein and his colleague Leo Szilard wrote a letter to President Roosevelt explaining that uranium could be used to make a weapon of unimaginable power. They feared the Nazis had begun developing the technology, and they urged him to begin research here. Roosevelt initiated the Manhattan Project as a result, which would construct the first atom bomb. Einstein was not involved in the creation of the bomb. He was refused security clearance because of his well-known pacifist beliefs. Einstein would later say, quote, "Had I known that the Germans would not succeed in developing an atomic bomb, I would have done nothing," unquote. And he considered the letter the one great mistake of his life. Also on this day in 1939, the Hatch Act was enacted. Its official name is the Act to Prevent Pernicious Political Activities, and it was created by the Democratic senator from New Mexico, Carl A. Hatch. The act was passed in response to concerns that FDR had pressured federal employees from the Works Progress Administration to work on campaigns of candidates who were his allies or supporters. The act makes it illegal for federal employees to engage in politics while at work. They may not give out campaign materials, or wear partisan badges or symbols, or otherwise support political campaigns. The law is still on the books, a reminder to all of us of the importance of ethics and standards in government. Today we remember Carol O'Connor, born this day in 1924 in Manhattan. He grew up down the road in Elmhurst and Forest Hills, and he graduated from Newtown High School. His most famous role was, of course, Archie Bunker in the comedy series All in the Family, and he used his knowledge of working-class Queens culture and accents to bring authenticity to the role. All in the Family was set in Astoria, but locals will recognize that the bunker's address, 704 Hauser Street, is pure bunkum. No such place, and the house used for exterior shots is actually in Glendale. Still, we remember Carroll O'Connor and his cantankerous Archie Bunker today. Today we wish a happy birthday to Isabel Allende, born this day in 1942 in Lima, Peru, to Chilean parents. Her best-known books, The House of Spirits and The City of the Beasts, have elements of magical realism. In 1967, she founded Chile's first feminist magazine, named Paula, after her daughter. But after the Chilean coup d'etat, she was forced to flee her country with her husband and her children. She says of her writing process that she doesn't make outlines. She writes daily, 10 hours at a stretch, and she allows the characters to emerge and take on a life of their own. Happy birthday, Isabel Allende. And that is the Observatory, Sunday the 2nd of August, 2026.